back on Raw talk here. Want to talk quickly about this. Like I said before, the only highlight from last night's Raw that I thought anyway was the Intercontinental Championship matchup between Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, and Cesaro. Now, Dolph Ziggler's been winning, losing, winning back the IC title in recent weeks. Do you think, RJ, this is a sign of things to come for Ziggler? Do you think they're slowly building him back up? Or do you think he's just kind of in a mid-card run at the moment?
As of right now, I feel like he's just in a mid-card moment right now, pretty much. I kind of thought it was awkward or weird that Cesaro was in it. They did show like the clip of SmackDown of him winning number one contendership, and then why would The Miz be in it too? It's kind of weird. I guess it's to put someone else on TV and have something meaningful to do, but I don't know. I feel like Ziggler's just a glorified mid-card at this point, so.
They've had so many start and stop pushes with Ziggler that it's really hard to take him seriously. If they were to ever put him back in the world title picture, I'm not 100% sure of that. I'm just not really sure that we would see Dolph Ziggler as a solidified main event star at any point ever again. I'm not really sure, especially with only one world title. But for what it's worth, though, I think he's doing a great job as Intercontinental Champion. Been having great matches with Cesaro, Miz, whatever. So I look forward to what they do with Hell in a Cell, and we'll get to that in a couple minutes. But Jamie, what are your thoughts on Dolph Ziggler? Do you think they are building him back up, or do you think it's just kind of another thing for him to do as Intercontinental Champion?
He is stuck in mid-card limbo. That is exactly what I think. But I will say this now: I'm praying to God this is the end of the fireballing of the IC title. Because if there's one thing that annoys me, anything in wrestling, it's when they when they hot potato a championship. I mean, like, you know, Ziggler, Miz, he won it at Battleground. Ziggler wins it at SummerSlam. Miz wins it at Night of Champions, and then Ziggler wins it back the next night, which makes Miz the only superstar in history to win the IC title and then lose it the next night to the same guy. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
I don't get it, but yeah, it really wouldn't shock me if I'm assuming probably at the next show, which I'm assuming is
Hell in the Cell.
Hell in the Cell, I think, is the next one. Yeah. It wouldn't shock me if we saw Ziggler drop the title again at another pay-per-view to probably Cesaro, I imagine.
Anything's really possible at this point. The fact that they've had the IC title defended last week in Night of Champions, Raw, SmackDown, last night on Raw. It's great that we're getting more title defenses, but we talked about this last week, Jacob and I did, and that I don't think that it benefits the IC title to do so many championship changes. It does nothing for anybody involved. It's a waste of time. It makes those title changes mean less, in my opinion anyway. And the title's already damaged as it is, so to change the title so many times, I don't get it. I'm not a fan of it, but whatever. But not only that, like you said, is The Miz the only individual in history to win the IC title one night and then lose it the next to the same person. He was also the individual to be the latest victim of a Triple H burial on Raw when Triple H said that he would end his direct-to-DVD career in WWE if he were to fire him or something along those lines. Which is funny, the same guy that started Inside Out and The Chaperone and whatever else he was in the WWE studio, so that was pretty comical. But anyway, though, Dolph Ziggler, the IC champion, he's got a good run going right now, and I look forward to where they go with him in the future. I don't really see him being the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Do I think he should be? Absolutely. The guy's got all the tools. He's got great new merch, by the way, too. I just can't see him being built back up as another top star, especially with only one world champion. Maybe if the World Heavyweight Championship was still around, but that aside, though, until that happens, until they split those titles back up, which might not be anytime soon, I don't see him getting back to main event status, unfortunately.